This ain't a deacon corner neither. I think it's a deacon corner. I knew you were gonna sit over there when I did that.
You probably did that on me.
Probably so. Ain't no telling. Yeah. A little bit. Y'all ready? All right. Let's stand and get started. Yeah. Yeah.
Shalom, Pastor Israel.
Shalom.
We thank the Almighty God, angels come out and worship Him on His Sabbath spirit and truth, amen.
Amen.
Amen. The opening scriptures come today from Psalms 55, verse 16 through 23. As I read, let the Spirit speak to your hearts. As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud. He shall hear my voice. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me. For there were many with me. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth with the old shall love, because they have no changes. Therefore they fear not God. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be removed. But thou, God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and sinful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. We thank Almighty for his holy word.
Amen.
Amen.
First and foremost, we always like to give praise and honor to the God of Israel, of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Today we're dealing with a message that is on time. The message is the Christmas spirit. The Christmas spirit. The reason why we are doing this lesson on Christmas, we know in Israel that we don't celebrate Christmas, but the world will tell you that Jesus is the reason for the season. And they can't read you no book where you see Jesus celebrating Christmas or even the celebration of the Christmas custom. But we got to make sure that we clear it up, that most people understand that this has been put in us and our ancestors since they came out on slave ships when they hit the Americas in 1600. It's been beat in us. It's been indoctrinated in us. So we have to make sure we do what they couldn't do back then. Our ancestors back then, they couldn't read. They couldn't take this Bible, pick it up and read it in English because they didn't speak English at the time. It took them a while to understand this English version. But now, we can read it. Now, we don't see Christmas in here. They'll take the Bible and tell you that Jesus' birthday was December 25th. Then when you ask them today, where is it? And they can't tell you. But back then, our ancestors couldn't read it, so we had to take it by face value. Master had the whip. Now Master had the chain, Master had it all. You better celebrate it or you're going to celebrate some pain. But we have no excuses today of getting involved with this Christmas spirit or this Christmas custom. Because God hates this time of the year. He hates it. Mainly because you put other Christmases, you put Christmas, Easter, and all these things above his holidays. And he don't want to come in second. He want to be first. I know some people out there saying, where you read that at? Don't worry, we're going to read it. We are going to read it. Where you hate your solemn feast. So we want to educate everybody today that we're not telling nobody to go out there and tear up somebody's Christmas tree. Or tear up somebody's yard because they got 3 wise men and a baby in a manger. We ain't telling nobody to do that. All we telling you is to do is tear the information, bad information up out their brain by taking them to the book. That's how you tear it up today. So let's get started. We're going to turn to 1 John chapter 4. 1 John chapter 4 to understand about the Spirit. They say Jesus is the reason for the season. They say, why aren't you in the Christmas spirit, Jeff? Why you got to bring the party down? Always got something to say about the holidays. Everybody having such a good time. Like I say, somebody can have a great time until you find out they got AIDS and you discover. Somebody can have a great time when you find out they got some type of disease and you have been fornicating with them. That's how God look at it. When you go in the world, you are fornicating and adultery against him spiritually, which is the spirit. So 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. We're going to break this down. We're going to break this Christmas spirit down. We're going to let God tell you what you're supposed to do when they come at you with this Christmas spirit. Go ahead, brother. Verse 1.
Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are going out into the world.
What he said right there? Believe not every spirit. He's not just talking about an angel. He's not just talking about God or Jesus, because they are spirits too. He's talking about the words that are coming out of people's mouth when they tell you that Jesus is the reason for the season. Or why aren't you in the Christmas spirit? He said, try the spirit. How do you try it? Do you go up and fight them? No. You check them out by the book. If you can't find that December 25th is written that in the Bible that's Jesus' birthday, you don't believe it. If you can't find no Christmas trees, no wreaths, all this stuff they tell you to put up around your houses or celebrate Jesus' birth, you don't do it. That's how you try them. You tell them if they lying or not. Because John chapter 6 and verse 63 says the words that I speak, they are spirit and they are life. So more than just one way you see spirit, he said try the spirit, which is the words that they are saying. Go ahead.
Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God.
He said, hereby you know the Spirit of God, the words of God. Every spirit, every word that confesses, because you got to confess Jesus Christ coming out of his mouth. You got to confess it. So you confess that Jesus Christ's birthday is December 25th, and I should be in the Christmas spirit. Read it. Where your spirit at? I'm trying these people by the word of God. That's what it says, try the spirit. Go ahead.
3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God.
Yes, sir.
And this is that spirit of Antichrist. Wherefore ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world.
He said, you are the spirit of the Antichrist if you confess that Jesus come in the flesh on December 25th. You are the spirit of Antichrist, meaning that you are one of Satan's followers. Jesus' birthday ain't on December 25th. It ain't time for you to put up no Christmas tree. It ain't time for you to put up no type of decoration, anything. But you got to understand what he's saying. He said, and every spirit, which is word, that come out of a person's mouth, every spirit that confesses that, if it's not Jesus come in the flesh, is not of God. And when you tell me that Jesus came, was born on December 25th, that's when he put that flesh on. He put that flesh on, he came through Mary. And he was born December 25th. When you tell me that, you are the spirit of an antichrist. You are devil. And that's what it is. Either you right or you wrong. Period. Ain't no in between. So you telling me Jesus is the reason for the season. Where you see that in the book? Go ahead, brother.
For ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them,
Yes, sir.
because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
We're not in the world. Great is he that is in us. How he's in us? On the 14th day of the first month, we are celebrating Passover. On the 15th day, we celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He's in me. On the Sabbath day, which is the Sabbath day, I'm here because he said in Luke chapter 4:16, I came in the synagogue and worship on the Sabbath day. I'm a Christ follower. You, Sunday is the Sabbath day. Christmas is a holy day. Christmas is Jesus Christ's birthday. We got all these decorations put up for celebrating Christ. What spirit do you have if you saying that? That's the spirit of Antichrist. You a devil and you don't know it. You don't know it. A lot of people don't know it. I didn't know it. It took a Muslim to show me that in Jeremiah chapter 10 about this Christmas tree. So this truth can come in every area, but you got to connect the dots. You got to put this puzzle together from the old and the new. He showed me that truth, but he didn't show me enough. I had to go to Israel, the Israelite, to understand the truth. Go ahead, brother.
5. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heardeth them.
So when you say December 25th, what they say? Oh man, that Christmas time, but y'all ain't turkey dressing that. Well, y'all hanging up, y'all job giving out gifts and all this stuff, you trading gifts? That's the word hit them. But when we say, nah, I ain't celebrating that, we don't hear the world. When they say that, we don't go and condemn ourselves with the world. We live in the world, but we not of the world. You go on your job, work, they tell me I be trading gifts. Nah, I ain't doing that. Just tell them I don't celebrate that. Now they want to go deeper, you bring that book to them and history to them like I'm going to do today. Go ahead.
6. We are of God. He that knoweth God heareth us.
Yes, sir.
He that is not of God heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth,
Yes,
and the
sir.
spirit of error.
See, we of God. The people that can hear this, that ain't fumbling in their mind saying, oh man, he lying. That's a good time. They feeding folks on the street. They helping people, clothing them and all this stuff. But it's a spirit of error. Error. Because if you're not celebrating God how he wants you to celebrate him, it's not the spirit of truth. It's this Christmas spirit we're dealing with right now. The Bible don't, even the people in the Bible want to know when Jesus was born. They had one particular king want to know when Jesus was born. He was trying to kill him. They kept it a secret. So he wouldn't find the baby Jesus. And I'm going to show you that. You finished with that?
Yes, sir.
The spirit of errors. Let's go to Matthew chapter 2. You better keep your head on the swivel here. What I mean, keep your head on the swivel. Look around and see who doing this, who celebrate the Christmas spirit. I'm going to go celebrate the Passover with y'all. And the holy day, then I'm going to go over there and celebrate Christmas with my mama then. I'm going to get them prayers. I can't let them prayers go with my mama then. God said, you sit at that table, you will not sit at his table. Don't fool yourself. Go on out there and be a good sinner. Do it. You can't sit at both tables. I can't sit at both tables. That's why I had to cut it off. Let me show you something here. Let's go to Matthew chapter 2. Let me show y'all why December 25th is not Jesus' birthday. And it's a spirit of error, meaning that the words that they are talking about is error. It's wrong. They didn't tell you this. Verse 1, go ahead.
Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east of Jerusalem.
He said when Jesus was born, right? Let's see if any dates in here. He was born. Did he say December 25th? Go ahead.
saying, Where is he that is born of King of the Jews?
Yes, sir.
For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him.
You go back to Numbers chapter 24, it talks about when it's coming to Jesus, you're going to see the star days coming. But they're like, where he at? Where he at? When he born? They don't even know. They were back in them days. How you know the day? That Jesus Christ's birthday, December 25th, the Christmas spirit. Go ahead.
3. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him.
Understand, King Herod, he was a very crazy king. If you threaten his throne, he will kill you. He killed his wife, he killed his kids because they tried to take over. He thought they were trying to take over. He killed them all. So you heard about this king, which going to be rise up through Jesus. He was trying to find him. So if he couldn't find him, how you find him in December 25th? Go ahead.
4. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born.
He said, tell me when he be born. When he going to be born? He wanted to know. Go ahead.
And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet.
It written by who?
The prophet.
It was already written that Jesus was going to come in the flesh. But it wasn't written by his date when he was born. It wasn't written by it wasn't written by his date where he was born, like they try to put that mess in our head. That spirit of errors with the Christmas spirit. Go ahead.
And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah.
Yes, sir.
For out of thee shall come a governor,
Yes, sir.
that shall rule my people Israel.
See, when Herod heard that, he said, a governor going to come out of here and rule his people? He felt threatened. He do not want to feel threatened. Nobody threatening the throne, because that Gentile was sitting on the throne. Nobody going to threaten. Nobody going to take my throne. So he sent some messengers out there trying to find Jesus. Go ahead.
Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared.
I guarantee you, these Israelites, wise men, call them. What is star? What are you talking about this star? Y'all read this book. Y'all read the Holy Scroll. What are you talking about? Trying to be slick. Like, I want to worship him. No, he wants to kill Jesus. Go ahead.
8. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young children, for the young child.
Yes, sir.
And when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also.
He lying. When you find him, bring him to me so I can worship him also. Lying. Go ahead.
When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east
Yes,
was
sir.
before them,
Mm-hmm.
till they came and stood where the young child was.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother.
So when the wise men came, they came in the house, right? So why y'all got them Jesus out in the manger with sheep and all this stuff? He was in the house when the wise men came. It ain't no 3. He didn't say 3, did it? Where you get 3 from? It could be 20 wise men. We don't know. These are lies they put inside of these churches. These Sunday churches they go with. He said, we're in the house to see the young child with his mother Mary. Go ahead. And fell down.
Fell down.
Sorry,
Fell
verse
down.
11. Sorry, verse 11. Go
All
ahead.
right. And when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh.
So they come with the gifts, frankincense and myrrh, to give Jesus. Go ahead.
And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
See, I told you, man, this thing right here, they didn't know exactly when Jesus was born. He said, being warned of God, don't come in that country called Herod gonna kill him. He gonna kill him. So you telling me you knew when Jesus was born? Come on, man. Come on. Go ahead.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream,
Yes, sir.
saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
So I told you, he was seeking Jesus to kill him. Only two people probably knew when Jesus was born, Mary and Joseph. Evidently, they didn't give the date. Because it's not written in the books, in the history books or anything.
Amen.
Go ahead.
When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt.
Yes, sir. They went into Egypt. Go ahead.
And was there
Well, you
until
know, if Jesus went into Egypt to hide, what color do you think the Egyptian was? Black. He couldn't be a white baby, go all the way in Egypt and hide like they tell us. That's another quick note. We deal with that in Black History Month. Go ahead.
15. And was there until the death of Herod,
Yes, sir.
that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men,
See, Herod seen that he was tricked by the wise men. With the mock, they shot him one. Shot him a ghost. Go ahead.
and he was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men.
Now, if this is supposed to be the reason for the season of Jesus' birth, this is not no good season because all the mothers and fathers who had a child that was 2 years old, a boy child, died. Died. They don't tell you this part. If this supposed to be the reason for the season of the Christmas spirit, all the children in that land, you got caught 2 years old, they killed you. Since we can't, you feel with that? Since we can't find out in this book, which is the Bible, when Jesus was born, I'm going to show you what you celebrate. This is the winter, celebrating the winter solstice. This is history of telling you what are you celebrating on December 25th. It's not Christ's birthday. And no, they got a bunch of them. December, you celebrate Nimrod, Tammuz, and all this, but in the English version, this is why they brought it together. They saw that the Christians wanted to get together with the pagans, and they wanted to have a common union of friendship. We didn't know when Jesus was born, but they knew when their pagan god was born, which is Nimrod, or which is the winter solstice we're going to talk about. This is why they celebrate it. Go ahead.
Celebrating winter solstice. Winter solstice has been celebrated in cultures the world over for thousands of years. This start of the solar years is a celebration of light and a rebirth of the sun.
See, understand, this is why they changed the time. They thought the sun was dying. And only the time the sun, where the daylight savings time started to get longer in the afternoon, around December 21st. That's why back in the day, about 11 November, it was getting dark around about 5 o'clock. But now, it's starting to get dark by 5:30 now. So they thought the sun was getting his strength back or it was being rebirthed. This is the winter solstice. This is what they celebrate. And they put Jesus on top of it. Go ahead.
In old Europe, it was known as Yule, from the Norse Jule, meaning will.
Yes, sir.
Today, many people in Western-based cultures refer to this holiday as Christmas. Yet a look into its origins of Christmas reveal its pagan roots.
See, today they reserve this as Christmas, December 25th, because we had no birthday for Jesus. And they were celebrating the sun, the S-U-N, not the sun, S-O-N. You got to go in history and look at this stuff. They were celebrating the rebirth of the sun. Like I said, they thought the sun was dying because the day was getting shorter. And they celebrated this and, oh, let's do a celebration because the sun is getting longer. That's all it is. And what we understand about the celebration of December 25th. Go ahead.
Emperor Aurelian established December 25th as the birthday of the invincible sun.
Yes, sir.
In the 3rd century as a part of Roman winter solstice celebrations.
So this emperor established December 21st as the birthday of what now?
The birthday of winter solstice celebration.
The winter solstice, this is what they celebrate around December 25th. The rebirth of the sun. Go ahead.
Shortly thereafter, in 273, the Christian church selected this day to represent the birthday of Jesus, and by 336, this Roman solar feast day was Christianized January 6th, celebrated as an Epiphany. And
How you gonna say we gonna say Christ born December 25th? Because the pagan was celebrating winter solstice, they were having so much fun as we always looking over across that fence. Like they having so much fun on their festivals that we want to celebrate Jesus. Y'all celebrate the sun, we want to celebrate the S-O-N, which is Jesus. And they said, we're going to come together. We're going to do it when y'all do it, because y'all having so much fun. And most of us inside of here, we don't feel like we have enough fun at the feast day. They have so much fun at Christmas, Easter, all this stuff. Stop looking over across that fence. We are celebrating what God told us to celebrate, and we understand why we celebrate it. They don't understand that they celebrate the winter solstice at all. You finished with that? Well, go ahead. I'll finish that a little bit.
all right, January 6th, they celebrate Epiphany and Christendom, and linked with the visit of the Magi. Was originally an Egyptian date for the winter solstice.
It said winter solstice. Oh, that's good. I just want to show you that this is what the world is celebrating without even reading it out the Bible. They said it's Christ's birthday. But we understand they celebrating the winter solstice when the daylight saving time started getting longer after December 25th. That's all it is. And they put a celebration on that. Period. And you go back, like I said, you go back even deeper than that. Nimrod, Tammuz, I know about all that. Astarte, all that stuff. It's all pagan. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 6. We know what we celebrate. God don't want his children hanging out with these people. Don't get caught hanging out. I'm going to show you what happens until you get caught hanging out with them. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 13. Just want to make sure you understand that God don't want us to be hanging out with these pagan, godly people. I don't care if they mama, grandmama, all this. All I'm doing this weekend gonna have Christmas parties. All of them. They're gonna have Christmas parties. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 13. Let me show you how God don't want us to be hanging out with these folks. Go ahead.
Now for a recompense in the same.
Yes, sir.
I speak as unto my children. Be ye also enlarged.
Recompense is repay. You repay something, right? Go ahead, verse 14.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
He said, don't be unequally yoked. They're just like you, they talking about yokes, like a big thing around. They think about bulls. When they plowing a field, they're going to get a strong bull versus a strong bull so they can plow the field evenly. So he going to go out there and get a strong bull and put a deer beside him. That's going to be unequal. Just like we strong in this word, and we go out and we hanging out with people who don't even believe in this word, who believe in paganism, who believe in Christmas and all this stuff. We unequally yoked.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
See what I'm saying? What fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? The Christmas spirit is unrighteous. Go ahead.
And what communion hath light with darkness?
We got the light. God said, I'm going to make sure I remember you because you keep my Sabbath. But this world, the Sunday church tell you to keep Sunday.